Everybody, EmyyWolf here, brand new video. Today is December the 22nd of 2024. So it's winter now. It's cold in Florida, so that's all you need to know. I hope y'all are having a wonderful winter season. I'm tired, so we're gonna make this video quick. So this is a two-part video, so we're gonna talk about two topics today. And it's not a happy video, it's a sad, horrid video. It's a video of just stuff people don't like to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about anyway because it needs to be talked about. Anyway, today's topic is, I don't know how I'll title this video. What you see on the title, that's the title of this video. But first we're gonna talk about how men seem to think, all men collectively seem to think that men they gain value as they fucking age into their 30s and 40s. All men collectively think that they gain value as they age into their 30s and 40s. And this is why I think the staggering majority of men are not only imbeciles, but low IQ and narcissists. First of all, I'm gonna say that that's a lie. You don't gain value, you group of fools. You gain money, just like every fucking body else. Men who reach their 30s and their 40s, they gain more money because either they saved more money up until their 30s or they got into higher positions past their 30s or their 40s, thanks to whatever they were doing, whether it was upgrading their job or getting a promotion in their job or investment returns or opening up a business, or what else gains, savings, all the savings they made in their 20s. These are financial gains. Okay, it's financial gains. They gain value financially, and that's it. They don't gain a sexual value. Sexual market value, they don't gain. They lose sexual market value like every other being walking the planet. Birds age, elephants age, whales age, fish age and get old, lions get old and age and die. Okay, you are not gaining any sort of market sexual value whatsoever. You're losing it just like the women, just like every other animal walking the planet. So this is a collective mindset that all these imbeciles tend to have, and I'm here to tell you that these men are imbeciles. They're complete fools, complete ignorant, complete brain dead, complete low IQ, because they keep saying, oh, you know what, women lose value as they age because duh, they're aging, they're getting older, like they're supposed to, like every fucking body is supposed to, like all reptiles are supposed to, like all birds are supposed to, like all fish are supposed to, etc. So duh, of course women will lose sexual value as they age. But you know what, men aren't left out, and all men collectively seem to think that they're somehow, some way, for whatever reason, left out. So I'm here to give them a wake-up pill. I'm going to give you a red pill of a different kind, because it's ridiculous. You don't gain sexual market value. You lose sexual market value like every fucking thing living and breathing air. All right, you lose sexual market value, and it would be ignorant to think that you don't. If anything, you lose your sex drive, and if not, you develop erectile dysfunction as you age. Unfortunately, this is facts. Okay, period, facts. This is point blank, period, facts. You will lose your stiffness down below, unfortunately, because as you age, you lose testosterone and you gain estrogen like a fucking woman, and it happens, and there's nothing you can do about it. You age like every other being walking the planet. Now we can talk about how men gain monetary value as they age, sure, but that's still not sexual market value. You will still develop erectile dysfunction. You will still give a woman a miscarriage if you try to go with younger women past 40 and 50. You will still have children with deformities and mutations if you get a woman pregnant past you being a 40-year-old pedophile that went younger. You will. This is facts. You for a fact fucking will. Okay, your children will either have all those mental illnesses called ADHD or autism if you go younger past 40 and 50. You pedophiles. So this is exactly what takes place. Or the children, the babies of these old pedos with these young women, with these young gold diggers, they will have mutations. You can look all of that up. The internet tries to hide it because it tries to cuddle these complete imbeciles that are all the men walking the planet. It tries to cuddle them, but I won't. And you know my personality, I'm not a cuddling type of person, so I'm going to say it for what it is. You age like every fucking animal walking the goddamn planet. Alright, so women watching this, don't ever date an old aged pedo, because it's going to be a detriment on you. So anyway, I made this post here on this website called Girls Ask Guys. This website, I made many posts like this one that you're watching on the screen. And because I did that, the website owners took me out, like they deleted my account. They banned me. My account is now gone. I can't access it. I can't ask questions. I can't make posts or anything of that nature. So apparently they hadn't deleted my questions. They just turned my entire account anonymous, and I will never again be able to log into it. But I saved this link here. So I asked this question: why do old aged men think they deserve younger women in their prime? And then I posted these pictures that show obvious sexual aging and bodily aging and decomposition. And these motherfuckers look like mummies and corpses because, duh, you're aging like every other being walking the goddamn planet. Anyway, you can watch those images. It's right here. I don't know how I'll post this video, but you can watch these images right here. Anyway. Then I wrote, they seem to all collectively think that there's no wall for them whatsoever. They think there's no clock for them whatsoever. They all in masses seem to believe that they don't age or lose collagen or skin elasticity. So they all in masses appear to all collectively think they age like fine wine or some shit like that, way slower than women. So here I'm going to post more images of these corpses, these walking mummies. So then I wrote, what's the reason for this? What's the reason for this delusion and complete stupidity? So here you go, more images of old aged creeps who should be, I don't know, under the ground, not existing anymore. Then I wrote, they all seem to strongly believe that their sexual performance stays the same as their prime when they were in their 20s. They all collectively in their masses seem to strongly believe that they don't age or grow old by any means. So here you go, more undesirable old creeps who should not be sticking it into any sort of young woman on the face of the planet. And then I wrote, and also, they're so ignorant as to not know that aged semen, old seed can do to a woman if pregnant by it, or a child product of that pregnancy. With an old-aged father, they have zero, with an old-aged father, they have zero to no sympathy to prevent unfortunate child deformities and miscarriages to the young women. Anyway, then I posted a link there of a video I watched. So all the men that read this had a mental breakdown. They got triggered. You can read that by yourself because I don't have time for that. The women are obviously agreeing with this. Yep, because women aren't dumb, okay? They might be gold diggers, but they're not dumb. You age like every walking being walking the planet, okay? You're not left the fuck out. You lose sexual performance. You lose libido. You developed erectile dysfunction. All right, you age like any other fucking being walking the planet. You might gain money. Sure, you can say that. Sure. Yeah, you can say that men gain money as they age, just like women do. But they don't gain any sort of sexual market value. This means that if you're an old fuck, if you're an old creep, it basically means that you will be buying whatever women you come across. You will be buying them off. You will be buying their attention. You will be buying their love. Okay, you will be buying their body. This doesn't mean you gained a sexual market value or any sort of genetic advantage. You just gained money, which bought you prostitutes, which bought you gold diggers, which bought you fake female attention. This does not mean you gained any sort of sexual market value. Most males walking the planet are excess males. This means only Chad should be reproducing. So if you were not desirable in your young age, like during high school, during all of your 20s, and you make it to 30 and you start buying off the attention of women, this does not mean that you became a Chad. This means you became another person with more money. That's all it means. You are still an undesirable. So here are all the undesirable males in blue. The cows that look blue are all the undesirable males who feel entitled to a young woman past the ages of being an old fuck, an old creep. So now I'm gonna play a video for you about, because I watch a lot of podcasts because they're entertaining or they're interesting to me. So I'm gonna play a clip of a podcast where another old-aged pedo on the fucking camera is talking about, you know what, women lose value as they age like every other being walking the goddamn planet. But us men, we gain that value. Yeah, if we were undesirables during high school, you know what, we gain value past 30s, past 40s. Yeah, we gain value, and all the women lose value. This is why I'm a woman in my 26. I'm 26. Okay, I'm a 26-year-old woman, and I am completely 100% turned off by men because I'm starting to believe that the staggering majority of them all, they're borderline pedos, they're borderline pedophiles, and I'm not gonna talk about race, but I already told you which ones tend to be the ones that go for little kids compared to the ones who don't. But yeah, I'm starting to 100% believe that most men are borderline 100% pedo. And if you haven't seen enough with what's going on with these male podcasts, I don't know what to tell you. If you haven't seen enough, that sucks. Because I've seen enough. I've heard enough. And we're gonna play this video because this guy that's being interviewed, or he's a book writer, like, he's smart apparently, but he's still with that idea that men, they gain value as they age and become decrepit fucks. But women lose all the value. Yeah, they lose all the value. Only women lose all the value. But men, it's like men become younger as they age. What the fuck? Anyway, let's play a clip of that.
Now, hot cheerleader has become neurosurgeon. Her score has gone really up. Hot quarterback is now a degenerate. Now there's a huge difference in our mating scores. That's going to put a huge stressor on our marriage. So one of the things I argue in the happiness book is, yes, make sure to meet someone who matches you in your mating value and work hard at making sure that you stay at the right mating value. Once we get that divergence, I'm predicting divorce.
Okay, it's super interesting. The question that springs to mind is, as men and women age, who tends to drop in their desirability score?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Wait, you want me to answer because then I can get the hate mail, no problem.
No, but I asked that as well because there's clearly some data on who's asking for the divorces, who's initiating the divorces, who's cheating the most.
So women are overwhelmingly the ones to instigate a divorce.
Yeah.
That's true. Although from a strict evolutionary perspective, the mate value, all other things equal, mate value of men goes up with age, mate value of women goes down with age. Now, here's how you reduce your chances in the mate.
Anyway, you saw that clip. You can think of that. You can do with that what you will. I already told you. Nobody has left out. You all age. All of you age. The people that are young right now, they will age. The kids right now, all the children right now, they will age. All of you, every last fucking goddamn one of you. Me, your parents, your children, okay, your pets, they will fucking age. Everybody will age. Everybody will fall off, okay? Everybody, every goddamn body, okay? If you were not desirable during your high school days, during your 20s, that fucking sucks. It's over. You had your chance. Every goddamn body had their fucking chance. You should have been in the gym. You should have been lifting weights. You should have been working on your goddamn body. This does not mean that you go, oh, you know what, I'm 36 now and I didn't get the Stacys. I didn't get the women in their prime, so I need to become a pedo and now try to go get the women in their prime with my money. I'm gonna have to go buy their love with my money. You are an entitled, narcissist individual who needs to be neutered like a fucking animal. Needs to be castrated like a fucking animal. I already told you. The solution to all these issues is castrating all the undesirable males in their 20s right now and in high schools. That's the only solution. That's the solution to all the rape that takes place. That's the solution to all the violence that takes place. That's the solution to all the pedophilia that takes place. That's the solution. That's the God-given solution. Anyway, beyond this whole talk about men, you know, they gain value because they make more money past 30, past 40, just like women do. Like, no shit that they gain more money Women do too, retard. Women gain more money past 30, past 40, thanks to career, thanks to getting a degree, thanks to getting these titles, thanks to savings, thanks to all this stuff that you've been saving all along. Dumbasses. Alright, group of retards. Of course you gain more money as you age, as you make it into your 30s and your 40s, thanks to you saving, thanks to you investing, thanks to you starting a business, thanks to you graduating whatever school you went to. No shit, Sherlock. No fucking shit. What the fuck? What kind of stupid concept is this? You know what? Men, they become younger as they age, and women lose value as they age. Retard. You all gain money as you age, especially if you've been out on your grind, if you've been hustling. Everybody makes more money as they age. Everybody, listen, everybody loses fucking sexual value as they age. You don't, what is it? You're not left out, okay? You're not exempt. You age alongside every fucking body. You age alongside every fucking body, alright? This is why I fucking hate the majority of men. Look at the shit, look at that imbecile shit they're saying. Anyway, this video will be posted everywhere. My TikTok and Insta and Twitter and all of that bullshit is at EmyyWolf_304. Anyway, moving on from that topic, and I can make a whole other video about how men are imbeciles, complete imbeciles, especially the staggering majority of them, of course. Not all, but a significant amount of them. I can make a whole video on that later on, but the second topic we're going to get into is how men are the sole cause of overpopulation. So this is part 2 of this video. So first of all, the reason I'm saying men are the sole cause of overpopulation on this planet compared to women is because of very obvious factors. Number 1, women can only have 1 child per year, okay? Men can impregnate a woman every day because their cycle is daily, okay? Even though a woman can take 1,000 men in one day, just like you saw with that woman, with that OF model, whatever her name was, that she took on 1,000 men in one day, something men can't actually fucking do at all. But even though men can't take on 1,000 women in one day, like they wish they could, faggots, losers, suckers, my bad. Anyway, just like, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, I was saying that men practically can impregnate a brand new woman every day. Practically, if we're talking about practically, scientifically, biologically, a healthy man that can have an erection and ejaculate can impregnate a brand new woman every single day because a man's cycle is daily, okay? A woman's cycle is 28 days, a man's cycle is daily, okay? A man can in fact impregnate a brand new woman in a day, like every day. So this would mean a man can impregnate a woman, or what am I talking about? A man can impregnate 30 women in a month, right? Or 365 women in a year. That type of thing. So talking about that and how a woman can only get pregnant and stay pregnant the whole year, like she will have 1 baby in 1 whole year, this means that men are causing most of the population walking the planet. Men are overpopulating the planet compared to women, if we talk about that alone. Let's talk about all the cases where they're single mothers, okay? Men are causing the overpopulation. Let's talk about the cases where these men have a plethora of children by different mothers, by several mothers. They're overpopulating the planet. Let's talk about how most women don't want children and most men want children. They're overpopulating the planet. They're a fucking problem. They're a fucking burden. Okay, men are a fucking burden, especially the staggering majority of them. They're a burden on all of society, on nature, on pollution, on mass production, on the environment, on nature, on the air, just everything. Everything about men is a fucking parasite and a plague. The staggering majority, not all, but the staggering majority of them. They seem to all be narcissists. Again, the staggering majority of them. Entitled narcissists, number 1, which is a problem in and of itself. This makes them villains. This makes them a menace. Okay, and menaces need to be dealt with. Beyond this, there was several more reasons as to why men are the sole cause of overpopulation. Now, if we're talking about overpopulation, do you know what overpopulation causes? It causes mass production and it causes pollution. So men are now the sole cause of pollution and overpopulation. Now, if you look at those countries like India and such, their communities aren't allowed to use birth control of any kind. So men have overpopulated all of India. Anywhere there's overpopulation, men have caused it. Also, men claim they can't have 1 woman, that 1 woman is too boring for them. That gives you another reason as to why these are parasites. These men are the sole cause of overpopulation, the primary cause of overpopulation compared to most women. A woman can only birth 1 child per year, but a man can impregnate a woman every day. This makes them a menace, a parasite, and a problem. This makes them the sole cause of overpopulation. If you ever want to talk about overpopulation, or there being too many people, or there being pollution, or there being mass production, look in the direction of men, because they're guilty. They're the ones at fault. All men are the ones at fault. You men are the ones at fault. Everybody should be pointing the finger at all men, because we cannot say, you know what, women cause the overpopulation, yet 1 woman can only birth 1 child per year. A man can impregnate a brand new woman every day. So this is the video for today. You can argue with me down in the comments. You can argue with me everywhere else, that you can find me. But I will eventually win regardless. I always do. So either or, I'm going to make you look stupid. There's way more reasons than just this. Men even claim in their podcasts that they need more than 1 woman. That they can't stand being with just 1 woman. That it's severely boring and stressful for a man to be with just 1 woman alone. So there you go. They're literally letting you know in your ears that they're the sole and primary cause of overpopulation, pollution, poverty, and mass production. Oh yeah, and of course overpopulation causes poverty to top it all off. But yeah, this was a conversation for today. I'm tired, and have a good, it's December. Bye. Oh, let me add more options here as to why men are actually the ones causing overpopulation. And by causing overpopulation, in turn, they're causing pollution, they're causing mass production, they're causing poverty, and they're causing, illnesses, pollution, mass production, poverty, all these things all at once. So the sole creators of all these problems are men compared to women. So here are more factors as to why they're guilty. So also women become infertile past the age of 40, or they can't have more kids past the age of 40. Like it becomes way more difficult for a woman to become pregnant past the age of 40 compared to a man. A man can still impregnate past the age of 40, 50, and sometimes even 60. So there you go, a primary factor as to why men are the ones who cause all the overpopulation, who cause all the pollution, who cause all the mass production, who cause all the poverty. Yeah. Second factor, second option, men rape women, okay, and in turn they impregnate women by force. So there you go, two main factors that I forgot to mention yesterday when I was tired. Women become infertile past 40, men don't. Men rape and impregnate women. So there you go, two prime factors that showcase here in front of your eyes that men are the sole cause of overpopulation, the sole cause of pollution, mass production, poverty, and all these issues. Yep, men have caused all the overpopulation. Men have caused all the surplus populations. Men are the creators of single mother homes. They're the creators of single mother homes. Therefore, creating overpopulation. Not women, who by the way can only birth one child per year and become infertile past the age of 40. Not women, men are the ones having plenty of women in their roster and rotate women, and they say in their podcasts that they want many women. So they're the sole cause of overpopulation. And you know what overpopulation does? Well, overpopulation causes pollution, overpopulation causes mass production, overpopulation causes poverty, overpopulation causes what else did I just say? Fuck. It causes a strain on the economy, it causes a strain on society, etc. All the reasons that I said on my video, why having a child is idiotic. You can find that video on my channel, why having a child is idiotic. You can find that anywhere on any of my channels. All the reasons that I stated there, well, men are the primary cause of all these issues. So not only do they cause the prime problem, which is overpopulation and surplus population, but in turn, overpopulation causes all these other plethora of issues I just mentioned. Poverty, mass production, pollution, okay? Single mother homes, okay, etc., 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 and etc. Because you know why I'm making this video? Because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be reported. Someone needs to say it. If no one will say it, if everyone is too coward to say it, I will say it. Okay, this video will be posted fucking everywhere. Okay, goddamn everywhere. It'll be posted anywhere I can post it. Because you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I could be a liar and go, you know what? Everything's fine. Keep reproducing like rats. Keep reproducing like goddamn rabbits. Yeah, let's forget about all the issues that currently exist. Let's forget about all of that. Right? Everything is happy and dandy. Nothing is going on. Nothing bad is going on at all ever. You know, I could do that. I could cuddle your ass, but I won't. And stuff needs to be said, stuff needs to be brought up, and solutions need to be found. And you know what solutions I said in all my other videos in the past, I think, month? I said, you know, the undesirable males need to be castrated by law because they're a menace. And I pointed out a plethora of reasons as to why that is, as to why they're a menace. You can look at incels like Elliot and like the ones I posted on my videos. You can look at all of that, you know, and if you don't want to, that's your fault. You're ignorant fool. An ignorant fool. So this video is not for ignorant fools. This video is for those that want to open their eyes and see the issues, see what's going on. And you know what? I'm also going to talk about that case where a scientist was making an experiment. I think it was. I'll find the article here somewhere. But if I post it on the screen or not, it doesn't really matter. You can look that up for yourself. But I think it was called Overpopulation in Mice Experiment. You can look that up. But basically, a scientist put these mice in an area, an open area, like an enormous cage or something like that, where these mice they had food and water forever, right? They just had safety. They had a place to live in. They had food and water constantly. They were never going to run out of food and water. And not only that, these mice had the freedom to reproduce like goddamn rats, right? So these mice started, you know, living the best life. They had food and water. Food and water was not going to run out. And they just decided to keep on reproducing. So in this enormous cage where these mice had everything and they continued to reproduce like rats, well, basically, you know, what happened was it caused overpopulation in this cage of mice, severe overpopulation in this cage of mice. You know what happened afterward? You know what was the result of the mass overpopulation in this cage of mice? Well, the male mice started becoming gay, like they became homosexuals. The male mice started attacking the female mice, and not only that, but the female mice started to mistreat their young, like their babies. The female mice would either abandon their babies, not feed them, and let them die off. So I'm telling you that the overpopulation is the prime cause of all the societal problems. Overpopulation is the primary cause of all these societal problems. The primary cause, the prime cause. And you know who causes it the most? Males compared to females. Because I'm not going to repeat myself, but again, women become infertile past 40, men rape and impregnate women, and women can only bear one child per year. Like a whole year is needed for a woman to give birth to one child alone, while a man can impregnate a woman every single day. So men are the ones guilty at the center of overpopulation. So it needs to be said, it needs to be talked about, and we need to find solutions. And I don't know what other solution you can come up with, but my solution is castrating the vast majority of males, which, by the way, are unselects, they're undesirables, they're incels, and they're not chat at all. Like I'm saying, castrate the majority and leave the chats alone. Let the chats reproduce for better genetics, so there are more people born with better genetics themselves. Like, it needs to happen. This would end all the rape. This would end all the violence on women. This would end the vast majority crime committed upon the US or whatever nation there is. It would be the prime solution. So yeah, this was the video for today. I don't know what else to think of this, but I just realized that men are the prime cause of overpopulation, not women. Men are the rapists. Men are the ones who create single mother homes, plethora of single mother homes. They can impregnate a woman every day, while a woman can't become pregnant every day. She can only bear a child once per year. Men are the sole and prime cause of overpopulation, period. And you know what? A lot of these male podcasts, they talk like they're so smart. They talk like they know what they're talking about, but behind all of it, behind the talking like they're smart, behind the intellectual conversation they're having with the host, like I watch a lot of podcasts, they're interesting, but still, the men being interviewed in these podcasts, whether they're artists, whether they're book writers, whether they're authors, they still have that male ego attached. They don't see it, but the rest of us do. Like you saw with this one guy being interviewed, you know? Men don't gain value with age. They don't. They gain money just like women do. They don't gain any value. I'm telling you, the insane vast majority of men are all narcissists. Yeah, narcissists to varying degrees, but narcissists at the end of the fucking day. Like, who are we lying to? But anyway, that was the video for today. This will be posted everywhere, whether you fucking like it or you don't. Oh, and here I'm going to add this clip here so you can understand what most men are about. Most men are entitled narcissists by default because that's basically their biology. Again, they have narcissism, but to varying degrees. This doesn't mean that they don't have narcissism. Narcissism is still built in the vast majority of them. But in this podcast here, I will leave the title on the video or down below, but you can find these podcasts on your own, by your own hands. But I will leave the links down below regardless. But in this clip specifically, you can see their male ego way of thinking, the astounding, enormous, gigantic male ego that they have. So basically, most men don't think that these issues exist. Either they don't think that these issues exist or they're ignorant to these issues. If they're not ignorant to these issues, if they don't think that these issues exist, well, basically, they're demonic and basically they're liars. They're ignoring it on purpose. They're ignoring all the issues alive right now. The poverty, the overpopulation, the pollution, the mass production. They're willingly ignoring it due to demonic narcissism that the male ego is. If that's not the case, then they're pure low IQ and ignorant. Those are the two options: willingly ignorant or just off the bat ignorant. But in this podcast, the title will be on the video. But in this podcast, these two individuals, these two low IQ males, which is what they appear as. To me, they appear as low IQ. But if it's not the low IQ, again, it's the complete narcissism and entitlement. If they're not saying this because they're demonic, they're saying this because they're money hungry. They're getting some kind of benefit from the overpopulation. They're getting some sort of monetary benefit from the overpopulation, from the pollution, from the poverty, from all these issues that we live with every day. So they're getting some sort of benefit. These are money hungry individuals. Don't look at it as any other thing than what I just said. Money hungry individuals. They're saying this for a reason. Maybe they're not low IQ because, they appear as intelligent, they appear as coherent, they appear as educated. These two males on the screen that, that this video is from, the clip I will play. But again, it might be just that they're demonic and they're money hungry individuals that are somehow benefiting from the overpopulation, from the poverty, from the mass production, from the economy and all of this fucked up shit that we live with. So they're saying this for a reason. They're saying, oh, you know what, the birth rate is falling. Oh my god, the birth rate. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? The birth rate. Oh my god, women are rejecting all males. Oh my god, what we do? Oh my god, this is bad, this is horrible. The economy, the jobs. Fuck you. There is poverty, there is mass production, there is just insane levels of pollution everywhere you look. So these males are either idiotic or demonic and benefiting from the current situation that we live with. Again, I already told you that males are the prime cause of overpopulation and in turn the prime cause of all the other issues I mentioned. And again, this video here, this clip will for a fact prove to you that males are for a fact narcissists, at least the insane majority of them all. They are by default narcissists. They can't see it, but the rest of us can. And this clip will prove it to you. They're either blind or they're demonic. They're demonic. They are by default demonic and narcissists because there's no way they can't see the issues that we live with. They can't see that males are the prime cause of overpopulation and all the issues that arise from overpopulation. But again, this is proving to you exactly what I talk about in all my videos throughout my goddamn channels. So pay attention and read what he's saying because I even turn on the captions, but pay attention.
The population going to continue to increase, and people have an impression that centuries ahead this will have drastic consequences. But the fact is that with a fertility rate of 1.4, you lose 1/3 of your generational size per generation. So in only 3 generations, we will have lost 70% of the children. And that is if we in Norway are able to keep a fertility rate of 1.4. The leading experts in this field predict that the rates will just continue to decline as they have for a long time now. Not so long in Norway, but in other nations. It seems to be a self-reinforcing process where as people get used to there being fewer children, even though they want more, for each generation people want less children. So if our fertility rate keeps falling, for instance, down to South Korea's level of 0.7, then in 3 generations, 100 people in generational size is reduced to just 4, and in the next generation 1, which means countries will be empty. And that is a very real existential threat that experts and populations have not so far wanted to take seriously. And that's what I tried earlier this year by spurring this debate in Norway. And people weren't ready for it, but it is moving along, and people are contributing. And with time, I think people will accept that this is an existential threat, perhaps the greatest challenge of our era. And then we perhaps can start experimenting with ways to find a way to motivate people to reproduce again.
Yeah, I mean,